Live and in humongous color from west of the Rockies, it's Let's Make It Bacon with Ace. Another day. Holy crap, today's been a day. Been feeling like crap for most of the day. But, just pushing through. Spent most of the day traveling. 3+ hours, 3.5 hours on the road. Another 2 hours shopping, waiting for things. It's funny how long you wait at Home Depot to just get in an aisle because they are trying to take something down. And so they block off the aisle and the aisle next to it. Well, that aisle was closed off for 45 minutes. So I got what I needed, but I got home at around either 4 or 5 p.m. What did I find when I got back? Well, Flowtron insect killer, which I'll be using on a limited basis down at the ranch. Definitely up here since I've got shoreline power already set up. But when I do get shoreline power set up down at the ranch, oh yeah, I'll be using that big time. Because the mosquitoes are so plentiful, they'll just come pick you up and carry you away. But what did I receive in the mail? Look at the mail. See, it comes through the mail. No, just kidding. It came through FedEx ground. 2 Toshiba portable air conditioners, refurbished models from the Walmart. I can't imagine how much money Walmart paid to ship these. They weigh a ton, and they are much larger as far as the crate packaging than I would have ever guessed. It's insane. So during the hottest part of the day, tomorrow, I will be testing these out. Did I get anything done with the roof today? No, nothing. Other than going to get components at the Home Depot. I had to drive an hour and a half because the Home Depot that's an hour away was out of stock for about a week of the things that I needed. So, yeah, that's it sucked, but I picked up more than I needed to ensure that I will not run out of drip edge or anything like that. I also picked up 2 strips of PVC, 12 feet long, that will go around the front. Whether they'll go all the way around, that I don't know yet. That seems a little it's quite the curve there. I mean, I could heat it up. I for sure could get the heat gun out and heat it up and, make it curve, kinda. Oh, but I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. But we'll find out tomorrow. One of the things I really didn't show you yesterday, as you'll notice, probably not, but I power washed the front of the RV. I got my Harbor Freight power washer right there. I shut off the water, but I left it on. But it wasn't, wow, there we go. But it wasn't pressurized. And then I come out maybe an hour later, and I'm like, man, it sounds like a vacuum's running. Like, really close. It's like, what the heck? It was a pressure washer running with no water. So I'll find out soon enough whether I cooked it or not. But bought the extended coverage on it because I knew that I would break it. But as far as this is concerned, the front. So just power washed it. It's funny, I think that there is a difference. Wow, this low light. It is terrible with the camera. I apologize. But there's definitely a difference in material between the side panel and the front panel. You got some leftover sticky from masking tape that's not supposed to be there, but I'm going to take some alcohol to that, get that off of there. But as far as the front's concerned, you know, I realized, well, this stuff isn't going to last. And so I'll probably just end up taking off the stripes. I also realized that although you can't see it, it says Pursuit across here, and that had been worn off previously. But I cleaned it, and then I took a magic eraser, a cheap magic eraser, ones that you can get. Love people. Doesn't happen very often up here at the homestead. It happens all the time down at the ranch, but so I won't complain because it's up here and it's not very often. But it was covered with bugs. Sprayed it off, brushed it off. Still looked like crap. All kinds of little black garbage all over it. Took the magic eraser to it. Yes, that did take off the probably any kind of clear coat or not clear coat, any kind of gel coat or whatever's left. But really, there's nothing left. I'm going to be buying a polisher. I already bought the pad. The pad actually arrived today. I think the polishing compound as well. It's a polishing compound or cutting compound combined with a polishing compound. I'll use that in combination. I was hoping that Harbor Freight would put out a coupon, and they did, but I didn't make it down there in time because, you know, it's 30 minutes away, and I'm lazy. But I need to get a polisher, and I'm going to make this thing not just clean, because that's clean now. I'm going to make it shine. And it looks like I'm going to be removing the lines. Too bad, a little nostalgia that's gone, but started going with even the most gentle pressure wash. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna handle the polisher even, for sure. So I'll be probably removing that with some kind of scraper or something like that. Also looked at lights, because you got, you know, as you can see, those are custom broken. They're not tail lights. I don't think they're running lights. Corner marker lights, something like that. I thought I'd be able to get covers for them, but looking at them and looking at the stuff that's available, it's single units that are sold. So I'll probably get just new ones of those, replace those. I want to make this look and feel and work as functionally awesome as possible for what I've got. It's essentially, I'm doing a restoration. It's essentially, you know, what it is. But yeah, no, yeah. So what I'm going to do for this episode is cold start this fine young generator. We'll cold crank it with Mr. Compression Tester and see what I get for cold pressure. And then I will come back and show you as I do it. Be back. So I was about to, I just take it out the plug. So this is the plug. This is the old plug. I did gap it just by sight, not by feeler gauge. But this is the one that was previously just absolutely mangled with oil. And I had semi-cleaned it off. So this is no longer oil. This is, it's kind of a carboned up plug, I guess you could say. It's got some black soot on it, but it's not covered with oil. And that is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to take some electronics cleaner, because that's, what I've got at hand. And I'm going to clean it up before I put it back in. But yeah, we'll do the compression test, but I just wanted to show you. So the plug is now no longer oily, just black and dry. So So that's a beautiful thing. All right, place your bets. Is the compression going to be better, or is it going to be worse than it was before all of the Marvel Mystery awesomeness? I'm hoping for better, but I'm prepared for worse. Here we go. Worse. Definitely worse. Try again. Yeah. All right. Well, that's exciting. Sons of dishes. So it's not burning oil now. But the compression went down from 120 cold to just over 100 cold. But that's not the end of the saga for this. It's not. It's not the end of the saga. What we're going to do is tomorrow I've got some new spark plugs coming in. That has nothing to do with compression, I know. Got new spark plugs coming in, and I had already planned on it, and I am going to do the unthinkable. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable. So, although the Marvel Mystery Oil did decrease the compression, it did stop the engine from burning oil. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to run it hot. We're going to see what the compression is after running it, running it warm, just so we have comparative numbers. It was 110 to 115 hot. So we'll see if that changed. After that, if the compression is lower when it's hot, well, then the Marble Mystery Oil made it so that, it's not blowing smoke. Just beautiful. Happy about that. But lower, if it lowered the compression, well, it lowered the compression. But then I will do the other thing that I was already planning on doing from the very, very beginning. And that is to add some engine restore. That's got a whole bunch of gobbledygook in it. And in theory, that should improve the compression of the engine because it, essentially adds deposits to the cylinder walls or other parts and pieces, valves, etc. But I'm going to warm it up so we have a secondary number. But I'm going to be real prepared just to put in some engine restore because that is what I planned from the beginning. I bought it already. I already have it on hand. I don't have to go get it because I already planned on doing it because I knew this engine was pretty hammered. It's funny, though. You wouldn't think that you would fix oil going in there and it would make it worse. But in reality, my brother was telling me about something. He's like, well, have you tried compression, with the compression with it wet? Not a dry, but a wet compression test. And I said, no, I wasn't going to do that. But I think I did. With oil leaking into the cylinder, I think that was the wet test in reality. Just magically. And so by fixing that, I think that the engine is running better. But we'll see what we can do. But I'm gonna run it hot. We'll do this. I'm gonna quit yapping, and I'll be right back. Well, could be just from the extra gas that was put in while I was doing the compression test. Yeah, probably not. But it's blowing smoke again. Yeah. So I'm going to let it warm up, though. See if it clears up after a few minutes. But yeah, definitely going to be doing some engine restore on this lovely gent. I'm also going to be replacing the fuel filter. I picked up a fuel filter at the Homeless Death Spot, otherwise known as Home Depot, and just to make sure that there's no fuel restriction. I don't think that there would be, considering that there's a lot of smoke. But hey, you never know. So we'll find out. But I'm gonna get it warmed up, and then we'll do the compression test, and then if there's still daylight left and it cools down, I'll put the air filter or oil filter on. Do one of those, if not, or fuel filter. If not, then I'll replace that manana. Well, one positive thing, after literally 2 minutes of running, we're at a no smoke status. So might have a leak, or something like that leaks some oil into the chamber. It's kind of like my old truck. My old truck, when it first starts, it blows some blue smoke for a couple minutes, and then that's it. I'm still going to do the engine restore, so don't worry about that. And I'm still going to do the compression test. See you in a minute. Well, not much different hot than cold, between 100 and 105. So it's now time for some engine restore. See what happens. Yeehaw. Oh, release the pressure on that. Find something that is focusable. So after cleaning it, it definitely got carboned up again pretty fast. This spark plug literally just could be bad, but yeah, it's only ran for 2 hours. I don't think it's a miracle worker, that Marble Mistral oil. I mean, it can only do what it can do. It definitely reduced the amount of smoke, but it didn't eliminate it. So